Don't forget to like and subscribe to Jolie Knots Crochet. Hit share, go ahead and share with your friends, or you can hit that little bell to get notifications when new patterns release.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Jolie Knots Crochet. I'm Crystal, and today we're going to be working on part 3 of the With Love Granny Afghan. What we're doing today, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in our border, and that's how we're going to work. So the first row of our border are going to be single crochets all the way around. We're going to make sure that we're fitting 3 single crochets into each row. So how we're going to do that is we have got a larger space and a smaller space where our previous double crochets were joined. So here again, just like that, a larger space and the smaller space where you have your joining double crochets. So we're going to put 1 stitch into the smaller space and 2 stitches into the larger space. And we're going to do that all the way around. So again here, I've got 1 stitch into the smaller space and 2 stitches into the larger space. Again, and do that all the way to the side. May be helpful to get some stitch markers. When you get to your corner stitch, we'll have 1 stitch for each corner, 1 single crochet. So go ahead and work it all the way across. I'll meet you at the corner so I can show you where exactly to put your single crochet. Okay, so now I've gotten to my corner space. I have my 3 stitches in my last row before the corner. So we've got 1 here and 2 into that larger space. Now I'm going to fit 1 stitch as a corner stitch. So I would put 1 here and 2 here for our next round. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop 1 more stitch in there. Put my stitch marker. And that's what I'm going to count as my corner space, okay? Now moving along the other side, this is where our increases were. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to have the top of your double crochet and then the larger part of your double crochet. We're going to put 3 stitches into each side here at the increase. Now you've got the top of your double crochet and you've got the larger part of your double crochet. So we're going to put 1 stitch here, 2 stitches here, just like this. 1, 2, 3. Next row. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and finish all the way around, and I will meet you back once you join into the starting space. Okay, here we are at the end of our square. This is where I had created the 3 double crochets together and the 2 double crochets together. I've got my last 3 stitches in on this side. I'm going to go ahead and use this one for my corner space and then slip stitch to your first single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker into that corner stitch. Now what we're going to do is slip stitch to our 3rd single crochet. So we're in the first now. There's the second. Here is the 3rd. This is where we're going to be starting round 2. So the first thing we're going to do is chain 3. That's going to count as a double crochet. And now we're going to put 3 double crochets into that same stitch. So we should have a total of 4. Chain 2, Now we're going to skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th stitch, we're going to put 1 double crochet. Chain 2. Then we're going to put 4 double crochets into the next stitch. So you should have 4 stitches in between your starting 4 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet into the 5th stitch, chain 2, 4 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, skip 4 stitches into the 5th stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next stitch. That is your mini repeat. And 4. Your mini repeat is to chain 2, skip 4, 1 double crochet into the 5th stitch, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next. So you're going to repeat that all the way along the side until you have 3 stitches left. Okay, so now that we are at our corner space, we're going to remove our stitch marker, chain 2, and we're going to put 3 single crochets right into that corner single. 1, 2, 3. Now if you want, you can go ahead and pop your stitch marker right back into that center single crochet. We're going to be working into that one for our corner in the next round. All right, now we are going to chain 2, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next. All right, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next stitch. And just like usual, chain 2, skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next stitch, double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next. Go ahead and repeat that all the way around until we are right after this corner space. That's where I will go ahead and meet you. All right? All right, so here we are. I've just finished my last corner. I am going to chain 2, skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch, go ahead and put a double crochet. Just like that. Okay, now we are going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of your 3rd chain. And that is going to complete your 2nd round of the border. It should look like this. It will look like it's ruffling, but that's just because we don't have the 2nd rows in. So it's going to kind of pull it up and give it more definition. All right? So getting started on round 3, what we're doing is we're working into all of these chain spaces between our double crochet and double crochet 4 groups. Those are the spaces that we're going to be working in. All right, so getting started on round 3, we're chaining 5, skipping this first 2 chain space, and in this chain space we are going to double crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and go ahead and pop one more double crochet in there. Chain 2, skip this first chain 2 space and into the next chain 2 space, 4 double crochets, chain 2, and one more double crochet. So that's what it should look like. These little drunken grannies should be opposite. So this one's got 4 on this side, this one's got 4 on that side. So go ahead and go all the way down to the corner. And before you get to your corner stitch, meet me back here and I will show you what to do into that corner. Okay, so we've gotten to the corner space. We've got our last drunken granny stitch into this space here. How we're completing the last round is we're chaining our 2, and into this corner space we're putting 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And that's what each of your corners are going to look like in this round. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and that is going into your center single crochet. Okay, that's your corner space. Now to work out this side, we're going to do the same thing. We're chaining 2, 4 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet. So it's going to be this side repeated all over on this side. When you get to your corner space, you're doing 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. I will meet you back where we started over here at the second round with our chain 5. So go ahead and do that and then meet me back at your chain 5. Okay, so here we are at the last corner. This was our beginning chain 5 of round 3. So we've got our corner here, we've got our chain 2, and now we're going to put 4 double crochets into this second chain 2 space. That's the first one, this is the second one. And now what we're going to do is find our third chain, and we're going to put a half double crochet into that chain. That's going to count as our chain 2 space, but at the same time set us up to be working into this space here. Okay, so getting started on round 4, this is our last round of our drunken grannies. We are chaining 3, and now we're doing 3 double crochets over that half double crochet post. 1, 2, 3. Okay, chain 2, skipping this chain space and now working into the top of here. We're doing 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 4 double crochets. So you should be able to notice the grannies are staggered, okay? Chain 2, working into this space, 1 double crochet, chain 2, and then 4 double crochets. Working into our next space, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochets. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way around. I will meet you back at the corner because the corner is just a little bit different, and I'll show you how to work the corners for this round. All right? All right, our round 4 corner, once we've completed our last drunken granny stitch on this side, we are not chaining 2 in between, okay? So what we're doing is going straight from our 4 double crochets, working into our corner chain 2 space here, and we are putting 4 double crochets, chain 2, and 4 more 4 more double crochets. So you should have your drunken granny, 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets, and now we're going to be working into this space. So we are chaining 2 after our corner, skipping this chain 2 space, working into here, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochets. So go ahead and work that all the way around until the start of your 4th round, and we will do the final round together. Okay, here we are at the end of round 4. We have got our 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet corner worked, chain 2, skipping our first chain 2 space and working into the same space where we started. We're going to put 1 double crochet, and then we're going to half double crochet into the top of the chain 3 space, just like that. And that's how you're going to complete your side. Now we're going to be working over this half double crochet for row 5, just like we did previously for the row before. So we're chaining 3, and that is counting as our first double crochet. Now what we're going to do, put 3 double crochets into that same space, and now we're going to picot. We're going to make a picot. So we're chaining 3, and we are working our slip stitch through the top of the last double crochet and the side of the last double crochet, and we're going to slip stitch through those all. Those are the way I like my picots. If you have a certain way you like yours, then go ahead and do it your way. And then we're going to put 4 double crochets into that same space. So we should have 4 double crochets, picot, 4 double crochets. Now working into our next drunken granny stitch, we are not chaining anything between this fan and this fan. We're going to go straight into here, and we're going to put 4 double crochets. Our picot, and 4 double crochets. That is your repeat on top of all of the grannies, the drunken grannies all the way around. When we get to our first corner, I will show you how we're going to work that corner. All right, here we are at the corner space. We've got our 4 double crochets, picot, and 4 double crochets. Now to work into this corner space, we are going to work 1 double crochet on top of each 4 of these double crochets. And then into the corner space, we're doing 4 double crochets, picot, and 4 double crochets, just like all of the other spaces. And then a double crochet on the top of each of the double crochets going down. And that's what your corner should look like. Now what you're gonna do is go ahead and follow your border, your fans all the way around. And then when you get to after you finish your last corner, you're just gonna go ahead and slip stitch to the top of your third chain in your starting fan. From there, you'll have completed your Granny with Love blanket. I did steam block my blanket. I think that helped to define my drunken grannies on the ends a little bit more, and I like it that way, so that's nice for me. Thank you everybody for watching. You can find this pattern as a paid pattern on Ravelry. Go ahead and you can see the link below. I also have this video tutorial in left and right-handed tutorials. Follow me on Facebook under Jolie Knots Crochet, and I will see you guys next time.